good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Kingsbury Club here in Medfield. This is the home pool of the Dover-Sherborn swim and dive team. Our Dover-Sherborn Raiders have a virtual meet this afternoon against the Westwood Wolverines. This is Ann Dever-Keegan, the assistant principal at Dover-Sherborn High School, broadcasting with Dover-Sherborn Cable Television. I have Dan and Brad with me. We are so grateful for Dover-Sherborn Cable TV. You guys are such heroes and totally unsung heroes in this pandemic. I'm thinking back to graduation when you guys just did such a great job for our class of 2020, and you've been doing some great things with our athletics and really making sure that our fans and friends and family get to see our awesome athletes. So thank you to Dover-Sherborn Cable Television. Dan and Brad, thank you, and to Mike Klein, of course. So you guys really define community, so thanks for all you do. We're getting ready here to do a senior ceremony, which is really a great ending for any athlete's high school career. And, unfortunately, in this year of the pandemic, friends and family and fans can't be here. So we'll be able to, this will be live on Facebook, so we'll be able to really celebrate our seniors today. So as we get ready for that, I'd just like to maybe throw a little more gratitude out there. To have a swim meet and to have a swim and dive season in a pandemic, really, there were many hours and meetings and emails and a lot of considerations that had to be put in place to make this safe, but also really balancing safety with making sure that our student athletes get this great experience. So, I really want to give some shout outs to Emily Sullivan, our athletic director, who really works hard behind the scenes and works with a lot of different people and agencies to make sure that this happens. John Smith, our principal, really working hand in hand with Emily and our central administration and our boards of health and school committees and the MIA. Just really a lot of people putting a lot of time and thought into making sure that this happens and that it happens safely and this experience can be there for our student athletes. So thank you to all of that and all of those folks. So, we said at the beginning this is a virtual meet, and, really what does a virtual swim meet look like in a pandemic, and sort of what are the considerations and limitations and precautions that are in place. So I'm, going to go over a few of those with you right now. Probably first and foremost, there's capacity issues that have to happen. And pools, I know in high school, Massachusetts high school pools, there are limits from anywhere from 20 to 30. And I think at the Kingsbury Club here, the limit is about 24 that we can have sort of on deck, if you may. And there's really creative ways that the coaches, Coach Eccles and Coach O'Mara, have really worked to make this happen. A couple of other pandemic modifications that have to come in place is, there's no locker rooms or shower use. There's no cheering. So I know that our DS folks use pom-poms and then they can clap. So, some of that energy that comes with a high school swim meet may not be seen here, but I think we'll feel it and see it. So I'm going to stop here because it looks like we're really getting ready to start our senior ceremony, celebrating our 9 seniors here today. And, just giving them a moment and thanking them for what they've brought to the program. So it looks like we're lining up and getting the noodles ready, and our student athletes are all masked up, and I think we're getting ready to go here. So we've got some posters here. I love that Will Quinn's poster. Ava's holding that. That's awesome. This is great. And, these posters, they put a lot of time and thought and really make sure that they're personable and there's probably some humor. And it's a nice moment for the seniors. So I think we're actually going to, which is going to be great, I think we're going to have them walk down, so we might be able to see them as they come down and celebrate them here as well. So I think this is just so awesome that, even high school swim in a pandemic, that these small but really important moments and events can happen, especially here for our seniors. So I'm going to just read the senior names off for us. I'm going to start with our girls team. Our two captains who are seniors. We have Penelope Geeson and Sophia Katz. We have Anisha Gura and Valini Gura. Anya Gupta. And that caps off our girls. Our boy seniors, we have captains William Quinn and Joshua Shen. And our other seniors are Ryan Britt and Benjamin Dennison. So I think I got all of our seniors. I'll give that lineup one more time. We have Penelope Geeson, Anisha Gura, Valini Gura, Anya Gupta, Sophia Katz. So thank you to our awesome senior girls and our senior boys once again, Ryan Britt, Benjamin Dennison, and William Quinn, and Joshua Shen. So cheers to our seniors at DS Swim and Dive. And we've got the noodle arch, we've got the cone walk, some posters and nice flowers. The details are important. The details are important. What a great, memorable event for our seniors.
All right, we're starting in 30 seconds, so juniors get ready.
We got the 30-second countdown. The juniors sort of do the celebration for our seniors. Okay, our first senior is Josh Shen. Josh is actually going to be attending NYU next year. Has been a great contributor and positive force on the team. Way to go, Josh. Congratulations. Josh, you want to grab your sign, and are you going to hold it up for us? Awesome. Congratulations, Josh. Next up is Captain William Quinn. William's going to be swimming at Skidmore next year with one of our alum, Riley Carell, whose brother is on our team. Way to go, William. Congratulations. There we go, William. Nice job. Great. Congratulations. There's Ben Dennison, senior Ben Dennison. Ben is 4-year contributor, great part of the team. Fabulous hair is what we hear about Ben. He's got some great hair, and congratulations, Ben. Awesome. Here we go, Ananya Gupta, our senior. She can swim any event, and she's swim in the 200 IM this season, and a great spirit to the team. Ananya, nice job. Congratulations. We got Val Gora, primarily a breaststroker, but she can really swim any event. Way to go, Val. Congratulations. Thank you, Val. Congratulations. Here's Annie Gura, also a breaststroker, and also can swim any event. So, thank you, Annie. Congratulations. Way to go, Annie. Congratulations. Here's Ryan Britt, senior Ryan Britt, one of the triplets with great athletic contributions to DS over their 4 years, celebrating Ryan. Strong sprinter, amazing work ethic. Way to go, Ryan. Congratulations. It's Sophia Katz, one of our captains, 4-year contributor. She's mostly a free and backstroke contributor, but contributes in lots of amazing ways. So congratulations, Sophia. Way to go. Awesome. And we're closing out our seniors with Penelope Geeson. Another 4-year contributor, will definitely swim any event, often the backstroke relays, and she's a 500 swimmer. Way to go, Penelope. Congratulations. Fantastic. Penelope and Mom celebrating. Great job, Penelope. There's our 9 seniors. Way to go. A lot of good years there. A lot of contributions. What a great moment. Juniors did a great job with their posters, flowers, really personalized. These will be great keepsakes for these seniors as they look back on this season. So awesome. I think probably a really important role of seniors in any sport, high school sport this year, is really trying to keep the energy and positivity going. You know, there's a lot of reasons to, be negative and complain, and, we can't do a lot of things. There's a lot of things we're missing in this year, but I think our seniors are, one of their responsibilities, and they probably don't think about it. It just probably comes very naturally, is to really keep the traditions and the positivity and keep the positive culture going. So congratulations to our DS swim and dive seniors as they, come to the end of their seasons and their career. Appreciate everything that they've done. Okay, so we're going to really move on to our first event here. Looks like we're lining up. We've got an official here. And, the way this works is Westwood is not here. They actually swam yesterday, I believe, in their pool. Westwood High has their own home pool. Their times were recorded, an official present. And I believe it's the home team, which is DS today, will input the scores and do the scoring at some point today or tomorrow. And that's when we'll determine the winner. So today I really won't be saying first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, but we'll be, looking at the swimmers, talking about the strokes, letting you know who's in the pool. You'll get a good visual of how they're doing. So our first event is the medley relay. And this is 4 strokes. They do a 50 of each stroke: backstroke, breaststroke, fly, and free. In lane 6, it looks like, we have Ava Yablonsky, Ellie Soska, Irene Yang, and Emily Drum, all juniors. We've got the junior medley team there. Lane 4, we've got Penelope Geeson, Val Gora, Anya Gupta, and Eva Swadipong. They're jumping in for the breaststroke. And getting up. And they're off. a 50 of the backstroke. In lane 7 for our boys, we've got Josh Shen, Dylan Salvin. We've got, I think it looks like Tim Kettrick Simpson. Yep, Tim Kettrick Simpson. And we've got Sam Ronda. In lane 6, we've got, looks like we've got Anthony, who just finished. Anthony Tasselkov. We've got Jamin Sim, Nate Randa, and William Quinn. So we're now on the breaststroke. We've got a 50 of the breaststroke. So we've got Jason and Dylan. We've got Ellie and Val swimming right now, and the touch is there, and they're off on the free. We've got Irene in the water. Ananya is up also, and we got Nate and Tim swimming right now. Onto the fly, onto the fly. And we're heading home for the anchor leg of the medley. And we've got Emily, Eva, Will Quinn, and Sam bringing it in for them. It's a great medley. Good team effort. Great way to kick off a swim meet with this event. I think relays really are a really big part of the swim team experience. Sometimes there can be so much individual parts of this, but the relays are just so much fun. And I think a lot of, swimmers who swim high school and college will tell you that the relays just are so fun. So one of the modifications you're going to see is the cool down lap here. For everyone that does a cool down lap, you'll notice they have their masks are in a bag or being held up high, because one of the modifications is once they're out of the pool, they need to put that mask on. So instead of having it sitting and waiting, they hold it and they put it on. Again, without complaining, this is just, something they have to do in order to swim, they're going to do it. So kudos to these guys. Really amazing. Okay, our next event is the 200 free. Okay, and for our girls, we've got Ellie Soska, Annie Gura, and Sophia Katz. Our boys, we've got Ryan Britt, Sam Carell, and we've got Anthony Tasselkov. And you can see the next race is, they're waiting in the back. They've got their masks on. They're trying to keep warm, ready to go. Okay, getting ready to start here. 200 free. And they're off. The 200 free is such an interesting event. It's a long sprint. I think if there's anyone who's a runner, I think I would compare it to the 800 in track. It's you got to move fast, but it's a long time moving fast. It's 450s. So I think folks who swim this and really study it will tell you that their third 50 is really, important. They can see if they're on pace, but it's really probably the most important 50 of the 4 of them. Nice and smooth. We're looking good here. Anthony and Ellie swimming in the middle lanes. Got Ryan Britt, Sam Carell moving along here. Bringing it home. Got Elliot. We've got Anthony and Ellie both home, and we've got Ryan and Sam finished. Looks like Annie and Sophia bringing it home. Nice job. Really interesting to watch the strokes, where they breathe from, how many strokes they take before they need to breathe. Each swimmer is, really got their own style and system that works for them, and then bringing it home. And, they're really racing the clock. It's hard when there's not a competitor near you to sort of race and even not having the team cheering on, but they're certainly motivated. Again, they're doing their cool down lap and they're keeping the mask dry, holding that arm up. Okay, next up is our 200 IM. The IM strokes in order are fly, butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and then it ends with the free. In lane 8, we've got Josh Shen, we've got Sam Randa in 7, Nate Randa in 6. With the girls, we've got Riley in lane 5. We've got Eva in lane 4 and Val in lane 3. So here we go. And they're off. 50 meters of the fly. It's a pretty stroke to watch. Okay, they're onto the backstroke. Got a 50 of the back. Again, they're doing the back. They're counting their strokes before they turn because they can't really see the wall. They certainly know how many they do. They have to trust that, and they go and they turn. Onto the breaststroke. I think some people will tell you that the breaststroke is a really important piece of this race. You can really make up some ground, lose some ground. Again, it's that third stroke of the IM. We got Nate making the turn, last 50. Bringing it home, racing that clock. Last 25, there he goes. We got Sam on his last 25, Josh coming up. Got Riley almost home. Eva heading in, and Val on her last 50. What a great race here. A test of all the strokes, needing speed, needing distance. It's definitely really draws on a lot to be able to compete in this event. So great job, DS. Okay, our next event is the 50 free. Sometimes called the splash and dash. I think it's always fun at a swim meet. You can really, the notable sound that happens when this race goes on. It's just fast and loud. There's definitely a change from the 200 IM to the 50. You can just close your eyes and really hear the difference. It's just a lot of moving. So we get our cool down going from the 200 IM, and we're getting our 50 free folks up. And we've got in this one, got Ben Dennison in lane 8, Sam Carell in lane 7, Vanya Hoffman in lane 6 for our boys. For our girls, we've got lane 5, Ava Yablonsky, lane 4, Emily Drum, and lane 3, Anya Gupta. Free, such a great race to watch. It's fast. Here we go. Ava Yablonsky, good to note. Was a state champ in the 50 free last year, her sophomore year, and the 100 free. She earned All-American consideration in the 50 free for this event too. So this is one of her events for sure. What a great race. Looking great. Not sure the time. They looked fast. Looked really good. We had, again, Ben Dennison, Sam Carell, Vanya Hoffman, Ava, Emily Drum, and Anya Gupta in the 50 free. Great job. Okay, so at this point in the meet, there is a break, and it allows for some more warming up and cooling down for the second part of the meet. So we've got should be jumping in the pool to do that warm up. After the break, we've got the 100 fly, 100 free, 500 free, 200 free relay, 100 back, 400 breast, and the 400 relay. So we've got a lot of meat left, which will be great. So I think, just a lot of the modifications that have happened. I think one that's important, but, certainly it's one of my favorite parts of watching a swim meet is, when they're finished swimming, swimmers always reach over, very sportsmanlike, shake the hands of their competitors, and certainly they can't do that this year, and there's no competitors, just their teammates with them, but certainly an important part. I think some other considerations that I can share with you, I think, we talked about as soon as swimmers leave the pool, the mask has to come on. No locker rooms or showers, no cheering, but DS has pom-poms. There's no 3 or 4 teams meeting for meets. Virtual meets are really how we've been doing it, where one team is at their pool, we're at another, and not necessarily the same time, but the times, get recorded based on who the home team is and then scored. And again, Westwood swam Friday and DS is today, so we should know the score either today or tomorrow. Right now, DS girls are 1-1 in the season, so I think they're hoping to make it 2-1 today. Should be a good meet. I know Westwood's certainly got some great swimmers over there. Our boys are 2-0, looking to stay undefeated today. They're having a great season. So that's great. Just talk a little bit about some of the swimmers that you've already seen. I'll just start with Ava Yablonsky. She's committed to swim at Minnesota, Big Ten school. Go Gophers. Last year she was All-American in the 100 back. And again, as I mentioned before, she earned All-American consideration in the 50 free. Before she started her junior year, she was already a 2-time state champion in the 100 back. State champ in the 50 free last year, and the 100 free her grade 9 year. So of the team records, of the 11 team records that DS has, Ava has contributed to 9 of them. So just a great swimmer. Really just great that she's swimming for her high school. I think, sometimes swimmers at that level may not make that decision to do so. So I think it's just been great. And, she not only brings her fast times and competitive edge to the team, but she brings just a lot of positivity and great spirit to the team. She's a great swimmer, but a really great person as well. We've seen Emily Drum. Important to note, Emily was most improved last year. She's a great sprinter, freestyler. Penelope Geeson, we've celebrated her as a captain and a senior. Again, 4-year contributor. Often does the backstroke, relays, and 500, but she'll swim any event. So I think that speaks a lot about her talent and, who she is as a person. Ani, we've seen Ani Gura swim. She can swim absolutely any event, but I think we're going to see her in the breaststroke coming up. Same with Val, her sister, can swim any event, also a breaststroker. So I think we'll be seeing the sisters soon. Sophia Katz, she's been a 4-year contributor, does the free and the backstroke. Saw her in the 200 free earlier. Okay, so really great. Eva Swadipong, 3rd year on the team. She's swimming just as great as she was last year. She's a really well-rounded swimmer. Has been doing a lot of 100 flies this year. So, really helping her team out with that. So, great to know. Some of our boys that we've seen swimming, we've seen Josh Chen, our senior captain, again, attending NYU next year, has in the past been on our relays for the states, and that's a little bit of being an unsung hero. Those are really important parts to play on the team. So, Vanya Hoffman, 1st year on the team, grade 9. He's dropped 5 seconds in his 100 free this year, looking to improve his 100 back, and he's a member of the 400 free relay team record this year. So, great job, Vanya. Ben Dennison, just, again, great 4-year contributor, senior. And apparently his hair gets a lot of chatter on the team as being great. So we saw Sam Carell swim earlier. Sam did the 200 free for us, and he's, the brother of Riley Carell, who was just, a great member of the DS swim and dive team for her 4 years. He'll sprint and swim the 200 free, which, it is a secretly challenging event. And he's got a lot of potential, so we're looking to see that come out this year and next year. We've seen Anthony Tasselkov swim, first year on the team as a sophomore, was on that 400 relay record this year, and really expecting some great things to come from him. Saw Ryan Britt, great contributor for 4 years, strong sprinter, and again, really I think one of his notables is what a great work ethic he brings, and those younger swimmers look up to that and see that, and that's just important work for seniors. And we saw Dylan Salvin swim. Probably, if there was a most enthusiastic award, he would certainly get it. Super hardworking, and has really improved a lot since his grade 9 year swimming. So awesome, Dylan. We got the Rhonda brothers. We saw Nate swim earlier, was in that medley, and also the 200 IM with his brother. Really made it close to sectionals last year, but was sick. Yep, swim at states and sectionals on relays in the past 2 years. So again, a great contributor. Sam, he won Most Improved last year. That's a great award. I love that award. Really well-rounded athlete. And he's working on actually a Dover-Sherborn swim and dive website. And is, an alternate for the relays, which is, again, really important role. Can't be, not to be, I think it's just important to note that. Really good. Jamin Sin, second year he's a sophomore at DS, second year on the team, and is really a great breaststroker. So we're probably going to be seeing him come up as well. So, William Quinn, again's going to be swimming at Skidmore next year. Riley Correll's up there swimming. Qualified for sectionals as an individual last year and was on our relays at states. So another great senior, modeling some great spirit, and we're going to be seeing Irene Yang swim a little more. Team record holder in the 200 medley relay team, 200 free, 200 IM, 100 breast, 400 relay. Kind of known as the meme queen. Got a little side fact about Irene. And just really a strong swimmer on this team. So great contributor. Looking forward to this year and next year, seeing her continue to get stronger and faster. Ellie Sosker, this is her second year. She's a junior, second year on our team, qualified for states in many events, and has been on many relays as well. So a great swimmer as well. So I think we're getting ready for our next event, the 100 fly, 100 butterfly. Here we go. Beautiful stroke. So 100 fly, they're going to have 4 laps of this. In lane 6, we've got Sam Randa. In lane 7, we have got, I think it's Tim. Yeah, we've got Tim Kettrick Simpson. And in lane 6, we've got Nate Randa. So we've got the Randa brothers and Tim there. In the girls, lane 5, we've got Riley. Yep, that's Riley Parach-Vanger. We got Eva Swadipong, and we've got Austin Morris in lane 3. So they're heading back, making the turn here. Nate's heading in with Tim next to him, and we've got Sam. And we've got Eva. Riley and Austin all heading back. So great job. It's a beautiful stroke to watch. The underwaters and the fly are important. They did a nice job with those. When you're underwater in the fly, you tend to be faster underwater, so that was great. Great race for the 100 fly. Okay, next up is our 100 free. So again, freestyle 4 laps. We've got Ben Dennison, Ryan Britt, and William Quinn in this. For our girls, we've got Ava Yablonsky, Emily Drum, and Ananya Gupta. Sorry. Got our 100 fly folks cooling down. Got them in their plastic bags, or they're holding them up. Really respecting the protocols. And really important part of just keeping us swimming, keeping us in school, and these things make a difference. So just great to see them doing this and honestly not complaining, right? They're just awesome. And I will say that, about all of our high school sports that have been in, it's precautions that are, I think as adults we sort of say, oh my gosh, really? And I'm telling you, they are not complaining. They're just happy to be swimming and running and playing all their sports. Whatever it takes, they're going to do it. So I think it really speaks to the passion of high school sports and the importance of it too, right? So I think their look back will be about the memories and just how important it is. So right now we're getting ready for 100 free. Here we go. So 4 laps of freestyle. Again, we've got Dennison, Britt, Quinn for the boys. We've got Yablonsky, Drum, and Gupta for the girls. 100 free. And they're off. You want to go out strong and really hold on. Again, my understanding of this race is, you go out, go strong. That third lap of the 4 is going to be really crucial, really important. Really start to separate yourself, maintain. We've got, looks like Quinn and Ava probably working with each other to help each other. And they're heading home. Awesome. And they're getting their times, because that's what they're really racing against. They're racing against the clock. They don't see their competitors at Westwood. They're just really racing the times. So we've got everybody in, almost in. We're getting there. Awesome. Great finish here to the 100 free. And, these swimmers really know the pool. They're practicing here every afternoon. I know that I can speak for the coaches, Coach Eccles and Coach O'Mara and our AD, Emily Sullivan and John Smith. We're really lucky to have a pool so close to our high school that and our swimmers can swim and practice here right after school. Sometimes swim practices, can be early in the morning or very late at night, just getting pool availability. So this has just been really great to have Kingsbury here and to be able to practice and compete here. So this is literally their home pool. Just a shout out and some gratitude towards the Kingsbury Club for working with us to make this happen. It's awesome. Yeah, William's mask got a little wet. Not sure what putting on a wet mask feels like, but he's doing it. Good job, William. Okay, this next event is our 500 free. Okay, so it's the distance event of the meet. It's 10 50 yards, if you want to look at it that way. But it's a longer race. You can see someone finishing, between high 4s up to 6-7 minutes. But it's about pacing. Hold consistent pace is probably the key. A lot of 500 swimmers will use their 50s as a measure in pacing. So our 500 swimmers today, in lane 7 we've got Tim Kettrick Simpson, and he's in lane 7. I believe in lane 8 we've got Anthony Tasselkov. So we've got Tim and Anthony in lane 7 and 6. For our girls, Irene Yang is in lane 5. Brooke Latham is in lane 4, and we've got Austin Morris in lane 3. These are our 500 free swimmers going the distance today. Really important when this happens, as you can imagine, you got to do 10 50s, right? So it's a lot of laps. So they've got counters that are on the opposite end of the pool where the counters hold the lap of how many is remaining. Okay, so that really helps the swimmers to focus on their stroke and their pacing. And there's some sort of, rules around when they can flip it. They're really not supposed to flip the number until the swimmer in their lane has made their flip turn on the other side. And they're heading back to where the counter is on the other end. Sometimes you'll see the counters, when they dip it under, they might shake it, and that's sort of to help them pace and say, you got to move fast, you may want to get on pace. So there's little things that can happen during the 500. And when they're doing the freestyle, they'll turn their head, and they can see their teammates on the side, so they'll often give them a wave, kind of pushing them on, kind of motivating them. We got, again, Tim Kettrick Simpson and Anthony Tasselkov. For our boys and for our girls, we've got Irene Yang, Brooke Latham, and Austin Morris. And they're moving. Their strokes look so pretty. Again, they're trying to pace. They're probably thinking about what their 50s are. Not sure if they can see the clock when they're doing that. We've got a clock on the side here. But they've got their teammates cheering them on as best they can and supporting them and moving them along. And I think it's great. This is probably a good time to give a little shout out to our coaches here. Our coaches, Coach Carly Eccles, a math teacher at Dover-Sherborn High School, and Carly is our head coach. She is in her first year as the head coach here at Dover-Sherborn. Took over the reins after being the assistant from, many years with Coach Sue Eaton. Coach Sue Eaton has retired, and we'll miss her. Her and Carly were really part of really bringing this program to where it is today. It's just a big program. It's a successful program. It's a fun program. It's a place for every swimmer. A great culture of support and, a place to improve, a place to connect. So it's, good coaches do all of that. And I would say that Sue did that. Carly continues that work in a great way. Carly's assistant is Tim O'Mara. Coach O'Mara is a guidance counselor at Dover-Sherborn and really brings, all of that to the coaching staff. Same beliefs that, swimming is a place that contributes to, great personal growth, and there's great camaraderie, and to really improve and to be part of something really important. So we just heard the bell. We're gonna heading to the last 50 here. Got Anthony making his way to the end here. Looking great, looking strong. Really good, strong finish. His arms look strong, his stroke looks great. It looks like Irene is heading towards her last 25 here. Nice turn, nice and strong. Tim making his finish, he looks great. Got some good strokes there. Irene finishing, Tim coming up. We've got Brooke and Austin also looking amazing and strong. Working their end of the race. It's great. It's a lot of swimming, a lot of turning. The teammates cheering them on. It's awesome. These guys are great. There's no screaming or cheering. They can clap. They've got the pom-poms, but the energy feels good here. It's such a supportive group, and just other ways to show energy and positivity, right? And they're certainly doing that today. After the 500 free, we've got the 200 free relay. So we've got each swimmer swimming 50 yards. So it's a fast relay. We got Austin finishing. Great job, Austin. Great swim. Looks good. Strong arms. Good kick. Good finish. So it's good. And the official writes the times down, brings it over to the scoring table where we input it, and then again it gets input for next year, for tomorrow, where we look and see what Westwood swim, compare the times, designate the places. I think it's probably good to sort of, we're not going to be scoring today, but just for the folks listening, how it works. A relay, points for relays, 3 places score. So first place would be 8 points, second place would be 4, and third place would be 2 points. For the other events, the non-relay events, 5 places score. So the first place gets awarded 6 points, second gets 4 points, third gets 3, fourth gets 2, and fifth gets 1. So, it's just really important to just swim right to the end, because it could be the difference between a point or 2, and, you're racing the clock, which can be, you're not racing against a fellow Westwood swimmer, but you're racing the clock. So I think it's probably a mindset and something they're working on, trying to perfect, and sort of how to motivate them to swim so fast. And they probably push each other, which is a great thing too. So we've got 4 relay teams here for the 200 free, each swimming a 50, 4 by 50. And they're off, okay? In the water, we've got Ryan Britt, William Quinn, we've got Riley Carvajanger, and Penelope Geeson. Going to swim, they're going to touch, and their teammate is going to take off. Will is touching off for Vanya to dive in. We got Ryan, finishing, Dylan starting. Riley to Eva, and Penelope to Austin. Second leg is in the water. Vanya is bringing it in to Nate Randa. He's ready to go. Dylan is going to be tapping off to Jamin Sim. Eva Swadipong is going to be tapping off to Ellie Soska, and Austin Morris off to Brooke Latham. So here we go. Some really fast swimming here today. Got Nate tapping off to Anthony Tassilov. Jamin to Sam Corral. Got Ellie's going to be tapping off to Ava, and Brooke to Ananya. Great. Some really fast swimming. They are moving. They are humming along here. Really, again, racing the clock to hopefully be a faster relay than what Westwood has swum. Important to note that school records can be broken during these virtual meets, and they have been. There's been so many that dropped already just in the 2 meets preceding today. So that's, really exciting, and they typically will learn that in real time, which is great, and they can celebrate that and, leave the meet knowing that happened. So this has been a great year for records to go down and change and to be broken, and more to come. So it'll be interesting to hear if any went down today. It's a great part of the season. Next up is our 100 backstroke. So we're going to have 4 laps of that. We've got Josh Shen, Vanya Hoffman, William Quinn, Irene Yang, Penelope Geeson, and Sophia Katz will be swimming the 100 back for DS. Okay, we're getting ready for that 100 backstroke. We've got Shen, Hoffman, Quinn, Yang, Geeson, and Katz. We're going to hop in, get into their positions. And they're off. I think when we think about the 100 back, the underwaters are really important. I think there's like a limit of how many meters you're actually allowed to do this. I think it might be 15 that you can't stay because, you're going to clearly move pretty quick under there. I think another important piece, and I've always thought, oh my gosh, are they going to hit? And I think every backstroker probably when they're learning to perfect it, it's probably somewhat of a fear factor, that they're going to hit the wall. But they learn to trust, count the strokes and trust. I think it's typically 2 to 4 strokes after the flags, and then they know to go into their turn position and push off. So there's a lot of trust and sort of muscle memory in the backstroke. So these guys are all finishing their last. They're heading into their last lap here, finishing up. Yeah, that was great. And Irene, Josh, Vanya, Will, Sophia, and Penelope. Nice job here. Great finish. Looked like a fast time for Irene. I'd be curious what that was. It was great. These guys look good. So smooth. Beautiful strokes. Okay, the official is getting the times, recording them. I think that's another group of folks to really have some gratitude for, to be part of this. I think it's important. Officials of any sport, they're typically really sometimes worse swimmers. They're passionate about it. They love giving their time. They believe in high school sports. So that's, a big reason that they become officials. So, we're grateful for them in a pandemic to be, doing this work and saying that they, want to be here and buying into it. So that's just another group. Our swim officials, our basketball officials, track and field officials, all our sports. We can't compete without them. So we're really grateful for their time and expertise. And again, they care about the sport so much, so they're here. Our next event is the 100 breaststroke. Breaststroke's a really nice stroke to watch, almost like the butterfly, right? It can be beautiful to watch. A lot of technique involved in the breaststroke. I'm sure many breaststrokers can tell you a time when they were first learning the stroke that if they were swimming maybe on a youth team or they may have experienced a disqualification. It's just how they move, what the kick happens, how the kick and the arms work together, the turns. So there's a lot to this technique in the stroke. So here we are, the 100 breaststroke. Okay. We got Jamin Sin, Dylan Salvin, Ellie Soska, Brooke Latham, and Ani Gura. 100 breaststroke, 4 laps of the breaststroke. Nice turn from Ellie there. Looks great. Gentlemen, Jamin and Dylan looking good. Got Brooke and Ani. Nice job. You typically an efficient breaststroke, and they're going to have long strokes. Especially if they take off right at the start, they want to sort of be under as long as they can. I don't know if there's a certain distance that they're not allowed to go underwater, but nice long strokes can be really the success to this. Yeah, they're bringing it home. Looking good here. Job, Ellie. Looks like a really good time for Ellie. I don't know. Looks good. They look great. We got Jamin and Dylan coming in. Nice job. Brooke and Ani, nice job. Probably pushing each other here. Right to the finish. Nice job. Always good to have someone next in the lane next to you that pushes you. Doesn't always happen, but it's a great if it can. Okay, we're coming up on the last event, which is the 400 freestyle relay. So what that means is each swimmer is going to swim 100. So they're going to swim 4 laps each. If we were racing in normal times, non-pandemic times, very often meets come down to this. This is the last relay. It can be really exciting. And, I think that this a great way to end the meet because it can be that exciting. I think probably not always, but more often than not, if you win the 400 relay, there's a good chance that you've won the meet. But, I'm not sure if that'll hold true with DS and Westwood, but this is a great event. We've got 4 teams swimming this. We've got, so that's 16 swimmers. Our ladies in lane 5, we've got Irene Yang, Emily Drum, Riley Cavendinger, Penelope Geeson. Lane 4, we've got Austin Morris, Val Gora, Ani Gora, and Brooke Latham. Lane 7 for our boys, we've got Sam Carell, Josh Shen, Jamin Sin, Dylan Salvin. Lane 6, we've got Ryan Britt, Sam Ronda, Tim Kettrick Simon, and Vanya Hoffman. Tim Kettrick Simpson. And they're off. First leg. Each going to swim 100 of the free. I talked to Coach Eccles before the meet, and just, there is strategy in swim meets. So if we were swimming against Westwood right now, they were in the pool and we were having these races, coaches can make changes in lineups at certain points during swim meets, and, that really can't happen in this because it's virtual. We don't know what Westwood has swum for times, who swam what, so, the strategy, that changing up of races during a meet can't really happen. So you make your decisions beforehand. I know Coach Eccles and all coaches who are probably doing virtual meets, they just do their homework. They're looking at past swimmers, past results in the TVL. You're looking back and you hope that you really planned right. So you try to be as strategic as possible. Knowing what other TVL teams' results have been in, what last year. So it's, definitely a lot of homework before race day by Coach Eccles. And, she just, fingers crossed that she made the right decisions here. It's great, some great energy here. We've got Riley. We're on our third leg here. We're on our third. Not sure if we spoke about Riley. Grade 10 at DS, first year on the team. Really well-rounded swimmer, awesome contributor to the team. I know Austin Morris, she swam well-rounded. She'll swim anything. Doesn't complain and swims her events well, including the 500 and 100 fly. Sort of the more challenging events, if you may, or maybe less appealing to some. Looking good here. A lot of contributors in this last race, 16 swimmers doing their part, swimming a longer freestyle, if you may, but always great to be part of a relay. It's just such an honor to swim on a relay and be those contributors. So I think we're on our last legs here. Everybody's finishing up. We got our last swimmers of Dylan, Vanya, Brooke, and Penelope. Brooke is off. She's got a great stroke there, really moving. Penelope bringing it in. Dylan bringing it in, Vanya's in. We got Penelope finishing and Brooke finishing up for her team. Got her 50 to go. There we go, Brooke looking good. She looks strong. She's got 25 to go at the turn here. Again, Brooke's first year on the team. Great breaststroker. She looks like a great freestyle. Great form, great finish. That's it. Nice job. a great meet. You know, it's interesting. A lot of modifications around cheering and handshaking and, you know, sort of some of the things that really make for great swimming. But I'll tell you, there was some good energy here today. Hopefully some good swims. Just an awesome team and some great performers. Way to celebrate our seniors. Some great years that they've given DS Swim and Dive. I know we're looking forward to some great years ahead from this team. I think, you know, something important to note too, one of the big modifications is because Babson ended up closing, and that's where our divers practice. So we, you know, there was no diving this year for TVL Swim and Dive. So that, you know, while it's disappointing, I know we've got some good divers in the queue, so we look forward to hopefully next year having them back and, you know, back to some more regularity in our swim meets. But this was great. Awesome day to celebrate high school sports. Great day to celebrate our seniors. And really a swim meet in a pandemic. It happens, and it happened, and some great people that contributed to that. Yeah, it's just amazing. They've just swum so hard, but they've got to put a mask on, and again, without complaints. So I think we're... Again, at this point in the meet, we sometimes get a team chair, but again, modifications do not allow for that for good reasons. So they're going to start to cool down. So I guess we're going to, as DS Swim and Dive hop into cool down, we'll close out this meet. I would say we will, you know, to check the Twitter account, AD Sullivan's Twitter account for the score. I'm sure it'll be either tallied this afternoon or sometime tomorrow to see if we get a win for both teams. Thanks to the Kingsbury Club. Thanks to Coach Eccles and Coach O'Mara for their time and everyone that can make this happen. And we'll close off with another thanks to Dover-Sherborn Cable Television for taking the time to broadcast this so family, friends, and fans could see the swim meet, watch a competition, and really just take part in some way. So thank you again, and we're signing off. Thank you.